this thing. This is garbage. I mean, this is just a, inexpensive homeowner splitter, but it actually works really well. It's got a lot of power. I've never had a log on here that it wouldn't split, even with knots and everything else. But this is too small. When you get one of them bigger rounds on there and you split it, it falls off and smashes this fender, or else it just gets in your way and I throw it off. So I think I'm going to unbolt this and take it to the house and see if there's anything I can do to make this a little bit or a lot bit bigger. This side isn't so bad. Kind of just loading it there. But once you split it, it wants to come this way, so I got to make something bigger, like, out like this. So. Okay, so I got them marked out about how long I want them. I'm just going to cut them off here. Put me back in grind mode. There we go. Well, you don't want to make the mistake and start welding when you have your mask in grind mode, because it's not as dark and it'll blind you. There we go. Okay, so they're both 11 inches. Let's put her back up there now and see how it's going to fit. There we go. I should have welded that at a different angle. Look at that. Should have come up under here. I can still cut it loose. Oh, I think it's gonna fit good, but I might cut this loose. I shouldn't have put so many tacks on. cut this loose and turn it so that it's more flat. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll get it prepped. Probably gonna put another one up underneath from here to there. Okay, well, I gotta cut this loose and change the angle on it. All right, I'll be right back. Let me get that done. We'll be right back. Okay, so I got her retacked. Change the angle on this tray. Let's see how it looks now. Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be good. What do you think? That's going to build it out at least a foot. That's going to be good. Okay, now next thing I got to do is I got to come in here and grind the paint off of this where it's going to be touching. So let's go ahead and do that. Do that now. All right, so a little safety measure. I just put up a cardboard box between here and the gas tank, just in case a spark gets over that way. I'm gonna grind this up and get it ready to weld. Weld those two edges, that should hold them. I'm hoping. Alright, so for right now I'm going to go and finish welding this up along these here and under here. And then that way I won't have to do any welding when I put it back on the machine. I can do it all on the bench. Okay, I gotta see if I can get this to stay in there. Whew, she's hot. I'm trying to hold this thing in place while I weld it. And what I'm gonna try to do is try to stick a couple of wedges down in there and then let that angle sit right on it. I got a couple wedges in there right now, but I think what I'm going to do, hold it up and just tack to one side. But those wedges will help keep it in position a little bit. Alright, so I just got it tacked up in there. Both sides. And it's even. Now I gotta just fill in the gap. I'm gonna probably put a little gusset going down to the beam underneath, under here, just for added support. And I think that's going to work out real well. I also made it far enough out so it'll protect that fender. You see what happens when logs hit that, Right now that needs to be welded because it's busted. So I'll fix that while I'm at it. Morning guys, back out here at the property and back out on the log splitter project from yesterday. My grinder ran out of battery. All my batteries were dead, and so it was kind of getting later in the afternoon, so I called her quits. But I'm back at it this morning. I'm going to get this, what I have left is this middle support bar here, this little gusset that's going to run down at an angle to the I-beam. And then I'm just going to weld everything up, and then tomorrow I'll probably throw a little bit of paint on it just to keep it from rusting. Nothing real pretty, just keep it from rusting. And then I'm thinking about doing expanded metal on the decking here. I'm not sure if that's going to be strong enough, but I might give it a try. If not, I have another idea. Okay, so I got the centerpiece cut, got that fit in place. I'm just gonna clean up the paint and get it welded. And then we'll be putting the decking over the top of it. I think it's gonna work out pretty good. That's what it looks like. It's quite a bit further out now. So now it'll actually take a decent sized cutoff piece. All right, so I got this ground off. The paint all cleaned up. Get ready to tack it on there. And down in there. Okay. So here we go. Have that cut on an angle so it'll fit down in there just right. So when it sits down in there, this is level or plumb. Okay. All right, we got her all welded in place here. I think it's pretty solid. All right, so I'm just going to cut this expanded metal to fit here on this deck. Yeah, that might not be heavy enough. I don't know. I think most of the logs are going to end up hitting on these angle pieces anyway, but yeah, I don't like that. I got another idea. So I got two pieces cut, and I'm gonna put them in here like this. One there, one back there. And then I'm gonna put that expanded metal over it, and we're gonna call it good. Throw some paint on it in the next couple days, and then we'll call her good. much better. It's hard welding that real thin stuff, but I got her tacked on there good enough. It's the power in numbers. All right, let's go give this thing a try. Let's go throw some logs on this bad boy and see what it does. So normally I'd have my IBC tote sitting right here next to me and I'd be filling that up. I'm just throwing them on the ground just for demonstration purposes. I'd say that's a win, guys. Worked really well. Amazing how much faster it makes you, too. There she is. Finished. Well, not quite finished. I got to put some paint on it just to protect it a little bit, but pretty happy with the way that turned out. Cost me very little, just a couple pieces of angle and a piece of expanded metal. It works out real well. Put a big log on there. A lot better than it was. It's almost 3 times the size of what it was. I'm happy with that. I can live with that. I think I'm going to go work on this barn a little bit. I got some batting strips cut, and they've been drying for a while. And not that they needed to, but I've just been busy with other stuff. I think I'm going to go slap some trim and some battens on this side. I got enough to finish one whole side, and that's what we're going to do. So stay with me. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Get to use the nail gun.